Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I will be doing a bit of a planner, journal, history video, just showing you what kinds of different planners and journals I've used over the years, and also to show you that it's okay if you aren't 100% sure. I'm still changing it up. I've been using a diary or planner since primary school when we were given them, and I've always used a paper planner. I'm the kind of person that finds it easier to remember things if I physically write it down. If I type it in my phone, it just kind of it gets forgotten. So I have to physically write things down with pen to paper to remember it. And I've tried a lot of different things over the years. So let's go ahead and have a look. If you do have any questions in regards to anything I'm showing you or why I have changed things up the way I have, do let me know. But in the meantime, let's have a look at what I've been doing the last few years. Put all of these ones over here. So this was the first kind of planner that I got that wasn't just a diary from the news agency or from Officeworks. This is a Kiki ring bound planner, and I used this for quite a number of years. What I did was every year I just got the new inserts, the new yearly insert, and I just popped it in. And Kiki kind of had all these different dashboard bits and pieces that you could buy with sticky notes and the acetate and the ruler. I'm not sure what they have now. I haven't actually used this planner since the middle of 2018, and we'll talk about that a little bit. But what I have done is I did split all of this up into different tabs, and then I also had my yearly section at the front. I didn't really decorate it. This was just a functional planner for me. When I did have my first child in 2018, I did start experimenting with some stickers and that kind of thing, because I do have a lot of the Kiki sticker books and paper lover books, and I did do some decorating here, but this was very new to me because I was just using it as a functional planner. At the end of those years, what I did do was take that year out, and I've tied it together with twine through the holes in the paper, and I have put them in a big box because I don't like to throw things out. It's a record for me, but also I've put a lot of time and effort into it, so I didn't want to just throw it out. But this is an absolutely beautiful leather planner. It's got a whole pile of pockets here, zipper pockets, and it's got one at the back here as well. I did use this very functionally, but I found it was really chunky, and I stopped turning to it so much because it is quite a thick planner. And you'll see with what I've got now and what I experimented with after this, I do not use covers because I find it makes everything too chunky for me personally, and I don't mind if my planners or journals get damaged on the front. That's all part of the use and the look. But this is a beautiful planner. I think this is the first time I've touched it in probably 2 years, just to get it out of the bookshelf. It is an absolutely beautiful planner. But yeah, I'm not sure. I was thinking I might turn this into a recipe planner, but now I've got a Happy Planner recipe organizer, which is actually really easy, and everything's all set out for me. I don't have to make tabs. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. It's just been sitting on my bench, in my bookshelf rather, because I don't know what to do with it. But that is what I had used for a really long time. Straight after, or midway through 2018, I really wanted to try bullet journaling. I had been looking and been wanting to do a bullet journal for a really long time, but I'd never really had the time before. I needed something that was pre-set out with the weeks. Bullet journaling, obviously, you have a blank notebook and you need to set everything up yourself. So what I thought I would do for the second half of 2018 was I just got a $4 notebook from Kmart, and it is a lined notebook, but I just thought that this was a good way to see if I wanted to invest in a proper bullet journal. I'm back. There was just some addresses that I'd flicked through. I'd forgotten I put addresses in here, but this is very amateuristic, is what I was saying. I really had no idea what I was doing. I was just looking on Instagram, and yeah, I just bought some stickers at like a D-stash online on Facebook, I think it was. And yeah, I just kind of made a whole pile of different pages because I didn't know what I wanted to do. It is just really a proper experiment. This was one of the more I don't know, collagey ones that I did, but this is literally just, I had no idea what I was doing. I then got my first Planners Anonymous subscription box, and yeah, I kind of started basing things around that. So you'll start seeing some more planner stickers here. And I kind of start getting into a bit of a groove. I kind of know what I want to do now, what I want to include, and I'm starting to use the paper and the stickers a bit more. And then towards the end of the year, I really know what I want to do, and I'm really finding that I'm enjoying it. So I went ahead and I purchased a Dingbats notebook. Now I really like the Dingbats because it has the cream paper. I know a lot of people like the Archer and Olive, the Maisie Lanes, all of those. They've got beautiful paper quality, but they are stark white paper. Me personally, I prefer a cream paper. So it's just a really beautiful, subtle color. It's not too bright to look at. And that's also why I had picked this Kmart one, because it is also cream paper instead of picking the white paper. But I really stuck with this for a good amount of time. I thoroughly enjoyed making all of my spreads and experimenting with drawing, and then I started doing some watercolor in here and just trying lots of different layouts. I got some vertical layouts and horizontal layouts and boxes, and this one's just kind of a bit more spread across the page. And I just thoroughly enjoyed all of this. I did different kinds of calendars and habit trackers and mood trackers, and it was all based around that month's Planners Anonymous subscription box. That way I didn't have to think too much about a theme. The theme was already given to me with stickers, paper, washi tape, those kind of things. So the Dingbats notebooks, I used watercolor in here, I used felt tip pens, I used Tombow markers, and I didn't have any bleeding, hardly any ghosting, and it's just absolutely beautiful. I adore the Dingbats notebooks. And then I got to June and I was really excited because of this bee theme, and I got so sick. I had the flu and I was 6 weeks pregnant with my second son, and I just totally fell off the bandwagon. As you can see, I've got like the first week of June and then it skips to August, and I started, instead of using it as a bullet journal, because I just didn't have time, I was so ill for pretty much the whole of my second pregnancy. I just didn't have any energy or time to sit down and plan out weeks. So I just pretty much didn't use a planner at all for this second half of 2019. But I did dabble in a little bit of journaling, just because I didn't want this notebook to go to waste. I still had like half of it left, and I was still getting some happy mail and things, and I thought, okay, I'll try my hand at a little bit of journaling and just see if I like that. And I really decided that I did. I really liked using, I still did some bullet journaling in between, but I really did like using it as a bit of, you know, how did my day go today? And just keeping bits and pieces from my mail. And yeah, I just thought that was really fun, and I'd not really done creative journaling before. So this was now my venture into creative journaling. I still did lists and stuff in here. So then I had to really think about, okay, what do I want to do for 2020? Because I really enjoyed the creative journaling, but I did not have time to do both that and a bullet journal. So what I decided to do instead was I got a Kiki planner, which is at work, so I don't have it with me, but it was just an A5 notebook planner with a horizontal layout. It had a to-do list in there and a habit tracker in there, and it was just a week per page. It also had a monthly spread. That was my planner. I then went ahead and bought pocket-sized dingbat notebooks for my creative journaling. And the reason that I did the pocket size was because I knew I was going to have a newborn, and I didn't want to try to commit to filling a big notebook. So I felt like the pocket size, which you can see the size difference here from the A5 to the pocket size, but I felt like the pocket size was more realistic for me, and to be able to just do like 1 page per day pretty much. So this was my first one. I have done a flip through of these before, and I didn't really, I tried to write something every day. Sometimes it was just a sentence, but some days there was a little bit more information. Like that was when my son was born, so it took a few days. But I thoroughly enjoyed this size. It still gave me a lot of space to do a little bit of collaging and drawing, but it just didn't feel like it was such a big commitment. And I was able to put happy mail in here, and I saved some bits and pieces from like Valentine's Day, and I saved concert tickets here when we went to see Queen last year. And then of course COVID started, so that's fallen off. So I was able to, I just did like a whole pile of journaling about what happened, and I kept self-isolation notes, like how many days we ended up staying in isolation for, and just things that happened around the house. So this first notebook is the first 6 months of 2020. And then this one is the second half, and you can see I got a little bit more creative with what I was putting in here in the second half of 2020. I really went a lot harder with what I was adding in. I put in lots of dried flowers, lots of tip-ins and some business cards and note cards, and I just really went all out and enjoyed myself. So that was what I ended up doing, and I thoroughly enjoyed the creative process for this. It's just a tag from Christmas and some wrapping paper, and that was just the perfect. I love these because it's got a pocket at the back as well. I really like these notebooks. So that was what I did for 2020. So I ended up having 3 notebooks by the end of 2020 because I had my planner, and then I had my two creative journals, which is fine. But I thought maybe it would be easier if I combined it all together. And that's how I came across the Hobonichi Techo Cousin, because it's got the daily pages to do all the journaling in, and it's also got the planner at the front. So I've been thoroughly enjoying this one. As you all well know, I've been documenting every month in it since I started, and it's just been a lot of fun. I've gone back to doing lots of watercoloring and lots of different pens and planner stickers and all sorts of different stuff in here. And I absolutely love this Tamale River paper. It's just to die for. But the problem I have with this one is because I got the full year, it's starting, I've been really careful with what I'm putting in here, and I'm trying not to get it too chunky because I don't want it to be like this fat. So what I've started to do was I bought a junk journal from Mel Molly Creations, and I've never done a junk journal before. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just kind of like putting stuff in that I want to keep but is too chunky to go in here. So I don't know what I'm going to do next year. I have another planner dilemma. This is like the 4th year in a row I've got a planner dilemma. I'm not sure whether to get the full cousin again and stick with the junk journal, or whether to go the Hobonichi Cousin Avec, which is just 6 months at a time, and that way I don't have to be so precious about what I'm putting in to this and about how thick it's going to get, because by this time, you know, by the 1st of July, I would have started a new planner. I'm not sure, because something else arrived in the mail last week. I bought a Passion Planner Daily, because I don't know, I felt like even though I've got my to-do lists and stuff in here, I do prefer to do these pages as journaling, and I have a running to-do list here, but I don't always have a spot to put lists. I mean, there are some days in here that I do just have lists of things I need to do, but it's not something that I flick back to. So I've only done one day in here, but I really like this layout. First of all, it is a stark white paper. I do find it very bright. I would have preferred if it was cream, but that's fine. It's, at the end of the day, it's just paper. It doesn't really matter. But it's 90 days, I believe, of dailies. And this is what the daily looks like. So it's got your spot to journal or make lists or take notes, do whatever you want on this page. And then this is your daily breakdown. And then you've got different parts up here. So, you know, today's focus, what is my goal for the day? What's the personal tasks I want to achieve? What's my work tasks I want to achieve? Self-maintenance, today in one word. It's got a mood tracker. And I just thought that this is undated, by the way. So I just thought that I could buy this, and those days that I want to get a lot done, I can pull out this planner and just do it for that day. Like, I don't have to use it just for 3 months. I can use it, you know, I could technically use it for as long as I want because it doesn't need to be within a year. It's undated. I can do whatever I want with it. So I've started a to buy page here, and I've just put a little tab up here from a Hazelcraft book. So it does peek out the top, and this is going to be the planner that I put lists in. And I'm just going to put tabs at the top, and then that way I can keep my journaling in my Hobonichi without having to worry about taking up space in it. This also has a whole pile of other stuff. It has like a roadmap, like what do you want to achieve in the next 3 months, 1 year, 3 years, your lifetime. Game changer goal page. It has like a monthly page as well, so I'm going to start using that as like a habit tracker, maybe, I'm not sure. And then it does have 3 monthlies as well here with a self check-in and a monthly game changer goal. But I just thought this was really good because it gives you like top priorities for the month. And yeah, oh, sorry, it's got 4 months in here. And I'm just going to give this a go. This might be a bit more of a work planner, perhaps. I do have another planner at work, which is a Mosseri horizontal notebook. And that is my social media planner, but it is at work. But yeah, I just really liked the idea that this was undated and I can just use it for the days I have a lot on. This was not a busy day, but it was the day after I got it and I was way too excited. I had to use it. But yeah, I just really like the idea of blocking off sections, and I did tick some things off. But yeah, so this is my current planner lineup for this year, along with my Mosseri twin horizontal notebook. Which is the lemon one, by the way, so go look them up. The Mosseri notebooks are beautiful. They are a stark white as well, but they've actually got 2 inserts. They've got an insert at the front and an insert at the back, and you can do whatever you want with it. You can make it a full bullet journal. You can put 6 months worth of vertical planning, 6 months worth of horizontal planning. I've got a 6 months of horizontal planning and 1 notebook of bullet journaling, and the dot grid, sorry, is my notes section for work, and the horizontal planner at the front is my social media planner and my washi gang planner, and that is also an undated planner, so I might try to remember to bring that home from work one day and I can do a walkthrough of that. But they're just beautiful, and when you run out in that insert, you can just buy the insert. So they are absolutely beautiful as well. So this is my current lineup, and this was last year's lineup with my Kiki K planner 2019, and this was 2018. I would absolutely love to know what kind of planners you use, why you like them, how your style has changed over the years. This is a lot of different styles of planning and a lot of different things, but I'm still trying to find my happy place. My Hobonichi is very, very close to my happy place, but I just need to figure out whether I need a junk journal or a passion planner with it, or whether I need to split it up. So I'm going to experiment for the second half of the year with my 3 planners, and I can do a check-in at the end of the year and do a what am I going to use for 2022. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you've maybe seen something different that you've not seen before. Just know it is okay to switch things up. You don't have to commit to something. You don't have to feel pressured to stay in a particular style. God knows I have switched it up a lot between planners, bullet journaling, creative journaling, junk journaling, and I'm still trying to find what I'm 100% comfortable with. But like I said at the beginning of the video, if you have any questions about anything or where to get these items, let me know, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for sticking with me. Bye.